message me? Or wait, yeah, message it.
Just go to my YouTube. What's up, everybody? My name's John. This is Audrey.
Hello.
She's double checking that YouTube is working. I'm pretty sure it's already working, though. So I am going to refresh.
What's your YouTube?
The John Vanderveer. Should I spell it?
John Vanderveer.
But like, can you spell my last name for real?
Yeah, I sure can. Vandivier.
Hey, you're so talented. You're so smart. So yeah, this application on the screen in front of me is actually, it's Audrey's code. Although like we're both coding on it and like working together. But it's a bread game. You like baked bread, basically?
Basically,
yeah, and it's going to be part of her personal website. So the idea is like have a personal website that includes a portfolio, and the bread game is one item in the portfolio. So I don't know if I have the most up-to-date code as of the master branch head, but I'll show you what I got. Then Audrey can update me later. Or like I'll update my code later. Okay, so okay, cool. Okay, yeah. Y'all can totally see me over there. Oh, hey! We're like in the same room.
basically.
Thank you so much. And I think my computer is running slow because I have like OBS and Zoom. Oh golly. Cool. I tried to close some stuff that I don't really need.
First things first.
I'm the realist. Okay, so yeah, and save to fart. We got to update that tonight for sure.
That's going to be the homepage of my website. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the homepage. Obviously, so like this is like the Redux starter is where we like kind of base this from. If you scroll down slightly, there's a home and a game link at the bottom. I think those links should go to the top. Audrey.
Yeah, and I tried to fix that too, and I couldn't.
Do you want to do that first? So I guess let's just run through the stuff, and then we can pick what we work on first. But basically, if you want to see the game, you scroll down and click game. Whoa. Kind of makes sense, right? And this is the game. So actually, do you want to talk about it? You talk about it.
I'll talk about it. Okay. Well, I'm pulling up you going through it on if you want to talk. So basically, it's obviously got issue with image game that you see at the bottom. Should not be there. It should be on another step. But anyways, the objective is to bake a loaf of bread in browser. So you go through different steps. There's like 7 or 8 steps, and it's like all the steps of baking a loaf of bread in reality. And I've just made it into kind of like a little pixelated version. And so you have to complete objectives for each step to go to the next one. And then at the end, you bake a successful loaf of bread.
How many steps are there?
There's
like 7-ish.
7, 8 if you consider the windscreen.
Cool. So this first step, I think we get like past it by entering a name. So like, what's our name for right now?
A bakery.
Boom. Cool. So I entered it and it popped up right there. And then if you scroll down, Let's Bake also popped up. So like pretty clearly, one of the things we need to do is kind of like consolidate the UI because I think it's kind of annoying to like scroll up and down every time. What do you think?
Well, we wouldn't be doing that. The image
Cool. Okay, so it's gonna like replace this picture up here.
on stuff.
Okay, cool. Boom, let's bake.
Yeah, that's
Then this next step has the recipes thing. If I could turn back time, it's basically a back button. Then there's time to mix to go to the next one. Got a mixing bowl. It's like the next step. It's alive. Is It's alive is the Frankenbread? Is that right?
the what bread?
It's alive makes Frankenbread show up. All right, cool. So we gotta fix that. Then shape it. It has to rise. Time to take a little nap. Like the bread rising, basically. Bake this, and then you win. Woohoo! And this is like a puzzle game that we implemented. And like it's not quite working right, but basically you like shuffle it and then you have to solve it, which I think it's really hard.
Well, so that's the other thing we check is solvable working.
Right.
But I told you, I have yet to solve any of the sample ones that I have found
Yeah.
anywhere. So I think they're just hard. Like a Rubik's Cube. Like a you know.
If we want,
Rubik's Cube.
I'm not saying let's do this, but if we wanted, we could just make it easier, right? Wait. Oh man, I feel like I'm really
so
close.
So close. That's where I got stuck, is getting the bottom piece on board. Oh, it's a helper function.
Okay.
Is solvable.
Right.
Tiles.
Yeah, that's in the helper function file, right?
Uh-huh.
So I didn't really see an error, did you?
I equal 1 equals. So we kept.
I'm only going to do this for 1 more minute.
We kept handle reset click the function inside of that, then block tiles.
Yeah.
I like it.
To reset it, basically.
Yeah.
Boop. See, I just unfucked them. Okay. All right. I think it's really difficult, so I would probably make it easier. But let's proceed. So there's like at least 3 things we got to fix. Do you care which one we do first?
I think.
I have my phone back.
I think getting puzzle on the correct step.
Awesome.
I feel like that's easy.
Okay. Get the puzzle back. So yeah, what's the higher order on it? It's baking game, right? We still have import Frankenbread is commented. I guess that should be deleted.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, you already have some of these conditionals that show whatever on a step number condition.
Mm-hmm.
So we just add one of those, right? Like back button is currently already checking step number.
Oh, current step.
Yeah. In the case of back button, we split it out into a separate component. So
right.
In backbutton.jsx, it's props.currentStep.step number. We don't necessarily need to split it out, but we could. It's up to you. If you want what would this be? Oh yeah, you already have puzzle there, right?
Yeah.
So you could totally just pass it a prop.
Yeah. Oh. But then, like, set it in puzzle. Pass that into baking.
If you want, yeah, I would probably do that. Yeah, that would keep it.
Because then, I mean, we've already got puzzle, like, already a very concise function. So I think adding prop to it.
Yeah.
So would we add that prop directly within our function? Would it be a part of the return puzzle? Or would it be separate?
So we're just passing current step down as a prop. Boop.
Let's see how
You do it. Dang it, you already saw.
I
Well,
know,
you can.
I didn't. I'm confused where.
That's
You
fine.
said on puzzle.jsx.
On the puzzle tag. So, like, how do you pass a prop in?
Oh. On the puzzle tag, we're doing the current step, but we want it step 3.
Right, because so like step number 3 is like the 4th screen because it's 0 index. Is that right? Cool.
Would it be current? Step. Oh, wait. Oh, that's what I was trying to do with show. Show equals current step dot step number equals.
Okay, that's actually probably a better way to do it. So we're gonna use a show prop.
Yeah, but it won't work.
It totally will work. So let's try it again. Let's just see how we did it this time. So you're passing in a prop called show. And then the value is, what is the value? I think that's probably where you stubbed your toe.
I did current step dot step number
Hey, slay.
equals
Like 1 equal sign?
no.
Okay, good.
Like the
Okay.
actual.
So you didn't fail the basic thing. No, that's correct. So show will have a correct true or false value. Did you just forget to use show, or did you like use it
No, I
wrong?
used it. Loaded it.
All right, cool. So walk me through what do I do to use it? Because we're passing it correctly at this point. Oh no, I'm out of green tea. Oh no, my
Make a
tea.
handler function?
A handler function. I mean, kind of. I would just do this with CSS, right? Like, why not? I think that's the simplest solution.
Okay.
Is to alter the display. Also, we used a show prop somewhere else. Where did we use it?
Used it on the name.
Okay.
That's where I got the idea from.
Yeah, and that's totally smart of you to use reference code, like stuff that already exists. So in the previous pattern, we return an empty component. We can still do that. So we can do it that way instead of display none. I was thinking like CSS display none, but we can also just return an empty component.
Oh, we already used it.
Right. So it would be a variable display. But like to your point, I think just returning the empty component is probably best. So how do I do it? Do you want to do it?
Would we do it like we did with handle bakery name form?
Yeah.
Just basically rewrite that, but doing what? Handle puzzle?
Handle puzzle. We don't need handle.
We have
We
to
don't.
write a new function, yeah?
No. No. Our handler function, quote unquote, is like line 92 is the quote unquote handler function. It's not even accurate to call it a handler function. Handler functions, that usually means that there's like a browser event that you're handling, like a click or a hover, something like that. In this case, we're just handling a logical condition. We're not actually handling an event.
Okay. Have the form in there. So, or do we have to add?
No. How are we using the show prop in that case?
If you enter a bakery, it'll show.
What does line 92 say? Oh, I guess our line numbers are different. Okay. So on your line 92, it says render, right? What does the next line for you say?
If this dot props dot show is
Yeah, like no. If it's not showing, then return an empty
then
component.
return nothing.
Yeah, it's an empty component. That's all we got to do.
Show return. I guess I'm just why or how.
Yeah, so if not show, that means like you shouldn't show. So one way that you could read this is like if I shouldn't show, then return an empty component. That's like how we're not going to show anything. Does that make sense?
So are we just using this logic up with our puzzle game?
Yeah.
We're adding this if.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it still has the same prop name, so like why not? What would the issue be?
I guess I don't know how.
Okay.
I can't actually see on the screen because it's way too small.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I could get my tablet.
Sure, if it helps, or like
I don't like being blind.
yeah,
I'm not expecting. But
for sure.
oh, Tina, I saw the snow. It's gonna be magical. All right, let's pull up John on the tablet.
Woo. While you're doing that, there was some error that I saw. Like it was just like a CSS error. I think it would be pretty easy to fix.
Yeah. Okay, at least I can tell what line. All right, so I guess there's a delay.
Yeah, there is a delay.
I'll just have to.
That's fine. Or I think it's like a great skill to develop if I can like talk to you about if I can like tell you the code and if you can find the line.
True. I guess it's just where do we put that if statement? If this dot prompt starts.
Yeah, so it's the same logical location. Even though it's not like the same line number, it's the same logical location. So logically, it's at the top of the render function. Same answer. Right? So it's like one line above the main return.
Yeah, I see it. But where does it go with puzzle?
Same answer. One line above the main return. It's the same logical place. Does that make sense? Like before you return, you want to do this check logically.
On puzzle.jsx?
Both. Right? Because if you return, then I already gave you my puzzle. Does that make sense? Like if you return the puzzle. So like the way that we render the puzzle is there's like a div. It has class name puzzle on it. Right? You see that?
Yeah.
Cool. So if we return that, and then it's like wrapping a board as well. So if we return that, it's going to show up.
Okay, that's where I needed clarity. That was the puzzle. It's already in baking.
Yeah.
You don't need to change it.
No, we're just copying the logic. Sweet.
save. But we leave the prop still.
Yeah,
in the puzzle tag.
handling the props is a bit of a trick. So yeah, in baking game, in the baking game component, we have the puzzle tag in the template, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we need to pass down the show prop there. Did you already write that, or?
I did, and that's what I set to current step number.
Yeah, perfect. And then you have like the do you have like the ellipsis, the 3 dots to destructure it when you pass it down? Okay, like what we do with back button.
Okay.
You see the back button props?
Mm-hmm.
You can just copy those, and then just delete the ones that, basically rewrite it. Sweet.
Have the one prop, yeah.
There's just one, yeah.
Okay. I need you to do current step : current step number, giving me an angry red line. It's expecting a property, and apparently I'm not giving it a prop.
Did you do show : ?
Oh. I did show equals.
No, should be colon.
Name form.
Should be colon, because it's like an object, right? So show is the prop name, and then the value is current dot step number triple equals 3.
Yes, because we didn't do that for name form.
Right, we didn't. So when you pass a prop down, I guess the better example would be back button.
Why? Because if you have multiple props, is that the better way to use an operator like that? Or that's just kind of the normal. I mean, it definitely looks better. I can understand why. Okay. Error cannot read props of on. Import ./puzzle.css. Props is not defined in our puzzle file.
Bingo. Nice job.
So then we don't need to import that from baking.
Nope, it's not importing.
It's not import. We just need to define it.
Yeah. So I think we're passing props to back button, so that would mean that back button is like a good
example of it.
Exactly.
Okay, essentially I'm just going to copy back button. I'm going to copy that to puzzle.
Awesome.
So instead of const back button, can I call it const puzzle?
Yeah.
Props, because it's the props over puzzle.
I'm sorry, did you say const puzzle?
Yeah.
Yeah, const puzzle, that's exactly right.
Equals props, and then our props, we don't need bakery name prop. Do need props.current step number.
Props.current step. Nope, just props.show, right? So, yeah, the step number thing is already evaluated. So we just need props.show.
Oh, because that's what we're exactly. Why is it putting it props tag? Automatic. That was a prettier thing. Okay. Props.show : semicolon? No.
So we should use it just like we use it in name form. So, well, okay, but not the this. That's the only difference. So name form is a functional, or name form is a class component. So you have to use this. But with the functional component, you just have props. You don't have this dot props. You just have props. So it would be like if not props.show return the empty.
We don't need to change anything.
No, that would be a change in puzzle, right? Depending on what code you have there right now. I'm not sure.
I have const puzzle equals props, turn props.show.
Const puzzle equals props. Did you use a fat arrow?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
We only have the one prop.
Yep. So
let's see what it says. Fail to compile. Identifier puzzle has already been declared. Okay, so it's not like you're gonna call it puzzle props. Lowercase p.
I guess I'm not sure what you mean.
It doesn't like that in puzzle I'm using the word puzzle to declare my function and to declare my props.
Yeah, totally. That should not be the case. Const puzzle equals props, right?
Yeah.
And then
not liking that.
const puzzle equals props should be totally fine. If you're running into a problem, it should be somewhere else.
This problem's hiding another problem then.
Okay.
Which I don't know.
Const puzzle equals props, and then you have arrow brace.
Oh, I still have const puzzle equals props, that arrow props.show, and then I still have the entire function. Function, puzzle, return, if this dot props does not show, return empty. I didn't change function puzzle to const.
Yeah, that's the problem. So that's why it's saying like puzzle has already been used, because you're actually defining the keyword puzzle twice, which is like no-go.
Oh, so I take out the this? That's all I'm doing?
Yeah, so that's right.
I missed that. I think I really.
Okay, why is that? Oh, you saw my code?
Yes.
Oh, you cheater!
I'm trying to do everything that you said, and I'm not even getting.
Yeah, well, I did a bunch of stuff that we haven't talked about yet. So.
Still giving me that error.
So what does your error say?
Failed to compile.
Mm-hmm.
Syntax non-separate.
Yeah, they do. So you did const arrow brace.
Oh no.
Yep. What's it say?
Nowhere else to put it.
Ooh, I found the CSS issue that I was talking about. There's nowhere else to put a semicolon. Okay. Yeah, so like you said, and you're correct, our code looks different, so I'm not sure, like, what code do you even have? Like, where would your semicolon go?
I don't know. I have followed your dictated instructions, gotten me unworking.
Ooh, yikes. All right, do you just want to cheat and just steal my code then?
I do, because I'm so, at this point, I'm so lost at what has happened to get this prop.
Cool.
I literally have no idea where we're at, to be totally honest.
Let me pull request in a minute. I'm going to add this CSS fix, and then I'll pull request, and then we can talk through it, like in GitHub peer review. Does that sound cool?
Mm-hmm. I think I'm just going to need like a little more specificity, like jumping from files. Like you might need to say like .jsx. And if I ask if we're copying something, is it a copy and paste? Is it taking just a chunk of it?
For sure. Yep. Yeah, the logic that we were copying was a copy and paste, but you would delete this dot. That was the difference.
Okay, and I did that. But yeah, there was communication of like writing a prop definition and a function, both. Here, I'm going to undo all of that. Leave with that.
Hey, so this CSS thing I ran into is kind of interesting. Can you actually like look at my screen, like walk over here?
Yeah, hold on. Because I may have just figured it out all by myself.
No, that's the way to do it, girl.
Okay, I did, but now it needs to replace the. It still has. Why does it have the logo on step 3?
Why does it have the logo on step 3?
Mine has the logo.
Yeah. It literally just says logo.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a different problem, and we can totally work on it. So the issue is that that is a broken image, and the reason is because in Baking Game, that step has no image. You remember?
Oh, we took it out.
Yeah. So let's fix it. So
Is that the CSS issue, or you want to?
they're kind of related, but
Okay.
they are different. But the CSS issue also has to do with that image. So do you know any ways that we could solve that issue?
So, I mean, we could technically pass it in. I don't think that would be.
Pass in like the whole puzzle as an image?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not do that.
It's not very. I mean, we could just create a new property. Right. These are properties of steps.
Basically, yes. Yep. Basically,
so we just
yes.
make a new property. That would be the puzzle.
Okay. And what would we do with it?
But
We don't really need it because we're already checking step number 3. Like we could add a property, you're right, except that like it's like the same thing, right?
I mean, why is it putting an image though if it's found? Why is it trying to put it?
It's not. That's exactly why it's broken. So the image tag source, it doesn't have a source, and that's why it's breaking. So the image tag. Do you see what I mean? Do you know what the image tag is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it says current step dot image. There's nothing there.
Right.
That's why it's broken.
Okay. So how do we get step number 4 for that?
Yeah, that's the right question. Bingo. As a hint, there are other places, even in this same template, where sometimes we just don't show it. Like the button. Like we don't always show that button, right? So would it work if we just don't show the image? If there's not an image, we just don't try to show the image tag. Would that work?
Yeah.
Sweet. How would you write that?
Trying to see like how we did it for the button.
Yeah.
Or even our normal.
How do we know which text to show on the button? Do you remember that property name?
Button.
Yeah, it's button text. So then where even is our normal button? You can know that if you can find current step.
Oh, it's okay. It's just because I have them out of order
Okay.
up in that. And the button on click button tag.
Yep. By the way, if it's hard to read, we can totally refactor that if you want.
Let's save refactoring for.
Cool.
We can do it all in one. We give the image tag
I should totally check if anyone has tried to chat at us because
I have been checking.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I've just been ignoring it.
Is there a way to add a prop to the image tag that is like basically like don't show on step 3?
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Okay.
There's like different ways to do it. I would just do it the same way that you're doing the button already, where you don't even render the button at all if there's not a bakery name, right?
Right.
So let's do that, except obviously we don't care if there's a bakery name, we care if there's an image. But I would take the same general approach, if you will.
Okay, so would this go in the render return still?
Yeah. If like, so you mean the return of baking game?
Well, we have, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, we have a render function. And that is where we control. Oh, that's just for the form.
Yeah, renders for name form.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So.
Just like literally copy the button. Just copy the button and let's edit it. So, and are you including the anonymous function as well? Awesome, because we need that. So I'm pasting it right above the image tag. So it's still inside of the image wrapper div.
Okay, I pasted it elsewhere, but and then it's just right below that other.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah. The only line there's one line difference. So there's the div itself. Do you have that?
Yeah, I have it above the div.
Above the div, I'm putting it as the first line below the div.
Oh, okay.
Because I still want the image wrapper to wrap the image.
Right.
Cool.
Okay.
And so then, do you have the image right below the anonymous function? All right. So I'm going to cut that and replace the button with the image JSX.
Okay. Pull from bakery name to the closing of button.
Just starting with the left angle on button. So I'm leaving bakery name there.
Okay. Oh, because we want bakery.
Yeah. Well, we want some conditional. We're going to update that next. Okay. We want a different condition from bakery name, but we'll do that next.
Oh, okay.
So you did that?
I cut it, and then we're putting puzzle. Right?
Nope, not puzzle. It's the image. We're cutting the image and replacing the button that we just pasted. Because the logic that we just pasted, right, logically, it's going to check if you have a bakery name. And if you do, show a button. But what we want is check if you have an image. And if you do, show the image. Right? So it has nothing to do with the puzzle. All right, cool.
So I am fresh. All I've done is move, or yeah. No, okay. All I've done is copy the.
Yeah.
Pasted it within the image wrapper div.
By the way, side note, we don't need to do this now, but later if you wanted to, you could share your screen and I can see your code in Zoom. Okay.
You have to enable.
Oh yeah. How about now? Check on food. Is it Uber Eats?
Yeah.
Lloyd has your order. Thanks, Lloyd. Yeah, so Audrey, this is perfect. Like, you're doing everything right.
Okay.
So
where I get.
Yep. Yeah, you were getting tripped up because I think you wanted to do something with the puzzle, but it has nothing to do with the puzzle. We just care about the image, right?
Right. Only the image. Well, we want the image on step 4 to be replaced with.
So So we can do that, and you're right. But I think logically, the better thing to check for is whether you have an image, not so much whether you're step 4.
That makes sense.
I think it's just kind of a coincidence,
Yeah.
right? Because like in the future, if we delete the image off of a different step, we don't want that one to break either.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to be adding like check step 3, check step 9, et cetera, et cetera. We just want to check if you have an image. Okay, so you get it. So what I did that you haven't done yet is I cut the image tag and I replaced the button with it, including the angles.
Oh.
Like the whole tag. The tag should include the angles.
What?
Yep.
Here?
Yep, replace the whole button. Bingo. Nailed it.
Okay.
So now, can you read that to me? Like, what are we saying logically inside of the anonymous function? What does the function do now?
Function now return bakery name, the image, whatever step. Or if it has a bakery name, returning.
Bingo. Is that what we want to do?
No.
No. Cool. What should we do?
If there's an image, return an image.
Slay girl. Slay girl. So update that logic. How do we do that? By the way, you're already referring to the image within the value of source. So you can look.
So this would just current step.image?
Yeah.
Replace bakery name with
right? Isn't that what we want to do?
we want, so if there's an image, return
Slay girl.
that logic.
Dude, big brain. How do you even walk around with that?
It's massive. It's very heavy. Okay. Otherwise, it will return.
Yeah, otherwise it just returns. So because it's short-circuiting, this is a great question. So it's a short-circuiting check. So what will it return if
It'll return whatever else is on that step. Everything but an image.
Okay, yeah, that's accurate.
Is there a technical term for it?
We were just kind of answering different questions. I was talking about what does the anonymous function return? And the answer would be because it's short-circuiting, it will return the value of current step.image, which is undefined.
Oh, okay.
But
so then it won't.
Yeah, exactly. But you were answering the question like, what does the whole baking game return now?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's fine because you were right. So.
I'm just gonna say undefined.
Cool.
Well, if not true.
If not truthy. If not truthy. So
Why
what's
is my fancy comment not working?
because it is in an incorrect context. So take it and put it right above the return line. Yeah.
Oh. No, go away. Okay.
Cool.
Just so I can have my notes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So in pop quiz, what is the difference between true and truthy?
True. To say it in like Audrey terms.
For sure.
I can't remember the actual code.
Yeah.
True is like an absolute thing. Like it is either true or false.
That's a data type. What is it called?
Boolean.
That's right. So true.
And truthy is not a boolean.
That's right.
It's like something like not somewhat true. Like it's mostly true.
Yeah, so you're right. And a way I would phrase it is that it's an equivalent value in another data type.
That's where, yes, the data type. Yeah, like
So a
true is a boolean. It is true or it is false.
Yes.
But truthy can be other data types.
Right. So truthy values, and this is a good. I don't know if we've talked about this before. If you turn one value from one data type into another data type, that's called coercion. I
know I've seen it. I know I've seen it.
Yeah. So like in plain English, coercion is like I'm forcing you to do this thing.
Yeah.
And so as a programmer, we are forcing it to become another data type. So an example is like, I can have the number 1, and I can also have the string 1.
Right.
And what if I have the string 1, and then I want to do math on it, but then I want to show it like in a sentence? So I will coerce it to a number and coerce it back into a string. So you want to be even fancier, truthy values coerce to true.
Okay. They coerce to a Boolean.
Yeah, if you forced them to be a Boolean, they would be true. And falsy values coerce to false.
Yeah, okay. That makes way more sense.
Hey. All right, cool.
Cool.
Back to the project. Okay, see if I ever fixed that CSS thing I was looking at. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, I fixed the error so the error doesn't show up, but it looks goofy. So can you walk over here and look at it?
I suppose. We have 3 viewers. Can somebody chat us, please? Don't stop.
I'm gonna check the restream. I'm gonna check the restream chat because were you looking at the restream chat or like the YouTube chat?
The YouTube chat.
Because they might be chatting us on like a whole different platform. Log in. Don't make me log in. Ugh. Oh, for real? I'm already logged in.
Does it not have you logged in?
It's like it's being dumb because it knows that I'm logged in.
What? Oh, open browser.
I think it had a steal session. Okay, cool. What's up, nerds?
Soupy.
Of all channels. So if you're watching, I just got in the restream chat, so I'm only going to see like chat messages going forward. So apologies for the inconvenience, but if you already typed something, please type it again. Very cool. So the issue, Audrey, is that like it's a weird size. Here's what it was previously. Okay, so that's the size it was previously, but this is an incorrect CSS value.
I don't even know how the heck that happened.
Okay.
I think I maybe accidentally put both.
Okay. So do you actually care what it looks like? Like if I do this.
I just wanted it to be. Well, because remember when we made them all the same size? Because that was, you were like, no, they will look better if they're all the same size.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and I don't remember. I think I just changed them all to 150 pixels.
Okay. Okay, so you want to make them all 150 pixels. So let's do that.
I think that's maybe what looked the best.
Okay.
Or we change the container size, and it was 100% of the container size? Maybe that's what we did.
It was trying to do both.
Yeah, so I think it was maybe 100%, and then did we change? I think we changed the container. Because that's like the easier way. Because then it. Oh God, no, we did not do that. Then it's 150 pixels. Ew.
Oh God, no. Okay, because that's what I was going to show you that I was kind of worried about.
No one can see me. Oh, what up, nerd?
Hey. So is that cool? You can see it. It does change it a little bit. Would you rather it stretch or would you rather it clip or what?
Well, what does it look like on the other images? Whether it's. I'm afraid it's gonna.
That one look okay or?
That one looks okay. Squished.
I think it is squished.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of squished.
So is that okay or not?
No.
Okay.
It's gonna mess up the rest of them.
So how should we do this? Okay, I think I got the idea here. Is that we don't actually specify the height at all.
That's what it looks like.
Okay.
So click through and see.
Okay. Time to take a little nap. Bake this.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Right,
and
cool.
they still look relatively the same size.
Time
Except
to
recipes
it's
is
a
like
lot.
giant.
Also, this.
Yeah, how do we get that up into the image wrapper? Can we give it a class of image wrapper? Or is that not cool?
So what we're doing is we are hiding the image conditionally.
Uh-huh.
I think we need to put the whole image wrapper in there so that the image wrapper doesn't even show up if there's not an image. See what I mean?
Oh, like put the div around image. So the whole thing, we don't want the entire container and the image to show up?
Yeah, because the container is already taking up some space.
Mm.
And I like to, I guess I'll add some a line break just to make it easier to read every time I have an anonymous function.
Yeah, those anonymous functions get
ugly.
tricky.
Yeah, so I'm glad we broke out the back button, but maybe later we break some of these. So, where was that CSS at?
Hey, guess what? I just got.
Yeah?
Uber Eats was notified, but I also don't believe if we have people watching. Chris, I don't understand a damn thing, but I'm having fun. Hi.
Saw Chris.
Saw Chris. It's okay if you don't understand it.
All right.
All you need to know is we're making a bread game. What, Tina? And Tina doesn't either.
Tina doesn't either. That looks better, right?
Hey, and that was just removing the div?
Yeah. That's right.
I'm glad we did that.
Also, I think this is like a ton more space than it used to be. What do you think?
Yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, why is image dropper so big?
Router, wrapper.
I see Uber Eats pulling up. Yay!
We
ordered wings!
All right, so we're going to take a break.
You got the pretzels?
And chili cheese fries.
Okay, amigos, I think we're going to take what?
I don't know, but I guess we want it hot.
I mean,
like
it's up,
bread, so I approve.
it's up to you. Either we can take a break or you
Chris
can...
will be streaming all night. So as long as you're up, you can come watch us. We're going to eat some wings now.
Yeah, we're going to take like a 30, 45-minute break, and we'll resume with part 2 later.